The old debate, the question we have all heard before. You can't buy happiness. But at the same time, financial security is among most people's top career priorities. Moreover, when people are asked what would most improve the quality of their lives, the most common answer is more money. When we wonder whether money can buy happiness, we may consider the luxuries it provides, like expensive dinners and lavish vacations. Welcome to the From Zero to Wealth channel. If you are new here, this channel provides you easy to understand information about wealth creation through personal finance and investing, teaching you what school should have. And if you are returning, welcome back. In this video, we'll be talking about whether more money can make you happier, why rich people are happier in life, why cash matters, and why people with money are still unhappy. There have been some recent major studies in economics about the question whether money can buy you happiness. Recent surveys of hundreds of thousands of people in over 150 countries show that richer people report being more satisfied with their lives overall, but that the richer you become, the more money you need to increase your satisfaction further. Think about it for a moment. You'd expect that the richer you are, the more extra money you need to further increase your happiness. If you're earning $10,000 a year and you get an extra $1,000, you're probably going to use it on something pretty important, like paying your rent. But if you're earning $100,000 per year, you will hardly notice an extra $1,000. Maybe you will just use it to eat out a bit more. Every economist, philosopher, and psychologist who works on this topic expects to see the relationship between income and happiness to be diminishing. At some point, you end up spending money on stuff that doesn't make much difference. In the 70s and 80s, it was widely thought by psychologists that after a certain point, there was no relationship between income and life satisfaction, at least in wealthier countries. Today, larger and more precise studies haven't proven that result. As you get richer, you need a lot more money to make you more satisfied. The famous economists Betsy Stevenson and Justin Wolfers found out that from hundreds of thousands of people in 166 countries, people in richer countries reported being more satisfied with their lives than those in poorer countries, and that within a country, people with higher incomes also reported being more satisfied than those with lower incomes. So, in this study, they found that richer people are more satisfied with their lives. Are richer people happier? According to studies, people in richer countries were more likely to recall feeling enjoyment or love, and less likely to experience depression or physical pain. They were also consistently treated with respect, having good tasting food, smiling or laughing a lot, and being free to choose how they spend their time. However, the association between income and happiness are quite weak, even though the enormous range of income across the samples in the studies. It only gained 0.3 on a 10-point scale of life satisfaction. Much of our everyday human experiences are just not affected much by money. We guess the key factor is you take the best opportunities to invest in your happiness first. So as you get more money, it becomes harder and harder to buy more happiness. There could be other reasons for a weak relationship. For instance, one way to earn more money is to work longer hours in a job few other people want to do. Maybe the unhappiness caused by these extra hours at work offsets whatever you gain from the extra income. It's a case of more money, more problems. Another fact is that we readily adapt to having more money. If you only have champagne once a year, it's a special occasion. But if you can sip on champagne whenever you are thirsty, then it's no big deal. You're used to it. After devoting days to selecting the perfect hardwood floor to install in a new condo, home buyers find their once beloved hardwood floor quickly become nothing more than the unnoticed ground beneath their feet. And therefore, you are quickly adapting to having more money and underestimate how much you can adapt. So expect money to matter more than it does. So if richer people are happier, would making more money make you also happier? According to several studies, it could be that there's some other factor that causes both happiness and income. If this is true, boosting your income won't boost your happiness. For instance, maybe healthier people are both happier and able to earn more because they have more energy. Or maybe happiness increases your income because happier people make better colleagues. According to a number of studies, people who are affluent are generally happier than those who are not. A research in the journal Social Indicators Research indicated that people with higher earnings tend to be happier than those with lower incomes, although this impact is only up to an annual income of around $75,000 before it starts to diminish. Beyond this point, there's little evidence to support the idea that having more money will make you happier. Other studies have demonstrated that wealth and material belongings can enhance pleasure, but only to a certain extent. Additional material assets have minimal effect on happiness once basic necessities are addressed. While having more money can, to some extent, increase happiness, it is not the sole element, and there's a point beyond which the connection between wealth and happiness becomes less significant. Other elements like social relationships, purpose and meaning also have a big impact on overall satisfaction. If these other connections exist, and they probably do, making an effort to earn more money won't increase your happiness as much as you'd hope. So, according to research, having more money can surely make life more comfortable and enjoyable up to a point, but it does not absolutely ensure happiness. If making more money won't increase your happiness, then why do people with higher income are happier? Cash is key in another important way. It helps people avoid many of the day-to-day hassles that cause stress, according to research. Money can provide calm and control, allowing us to buy our way out of unforeseen bumps in the road. It can free us from all the worries. After all, money allows people to do what they please, so shouldn't they be pleased when they spend it? Why doesn't a whole lot more money make us a whole lot happier? One answer to this question is that the things that bring happiness simply aren't for sale. Money allows people to live longer and healthier lives, to buffer themselves against worry and harm, to have leisure time to spend with friends and family, and to control the nature of their daily activities, all of which are sources of happiness. Wealthy people don't just have better toys, they have better nutrition and better medical care, more free time and more meaningful labor, more of just about every ingredient in the recipe for a happy life, and yet they aren't that much happier than those who have less. If money can buy happiness, then why doesn't it? According to research, because people don't spend it right. Most people don't know the basic scientific facts about happiness, about what brings it and what sustains it, and so they don't know how to use their money to acquire it. It is not surprising when wealthy people who know nothing about wine end up with cellars that aren't that much better stocked than their neighbors. And it should not be surprising when wealthy people who know nothing about happiness end up with lives that aren't that much happier than anyone else's. When discussing money and happiness, the question isn't only how much you have, it's also how you use it. If you spend your money on the things, experiences and necessities that move your happiness, then your money will make your life happier. Not perfect, not blissful, but happier. If you don't, then your spending habits can actively work against your well-being and life satisfaction. Researcher Norton found that millionaires spend more time and money on active leisure, pursuits like exercise, hobbies, vacation, and social opportunities. The lower you go on the income bracket, the more you find people spending money on passive leisure, such as watching TV or even doing nothing. It turns out passive leisure makes us unhappy, and active leisure makes us happy. So millionaires, by having more money, actually can buy themselves more active leisure, and that partly predicts why they are happier people. In their research, Don and Norton gave participants money to spend in a day. They instructed some participants to spend it on themselves and others to spend it on other people. They found that the charitable groups had a much happier day. The more people use their money to give to others, the happier they tend to be. Norton notes that it's not explicitly the type of giving that matters. People can donate their time or money to charity. They can treat a friend to lunch, or they can buy a gift for a family member. It's the act of giving over keeping that moves happiness. The takeaway is, yes, money can buy happiness, but your next big pay raise won't increase your happiness by much unless you have a plan to spend it wisely. Thanks for tuning in. While having more money can contribute to happiness to a certain extent, research shows that there's a limit to how much money can truly make us happy. Once our basic wants are satisfied, other aspects of happiness, such as social connection, purpose, and meaning, become more crucial. Therefore, while having money is vital, it's not the only way to happiness. Remember to prioritize the things that truly matter and enjoy the journey towards a fulfilling life. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe buttons for more videos on personal finance, investing, and wealth. Thanks for watching.